I invested a lot in books. I read and I read. I read until books read me. I read all kinds of books. And these were books I read randomly. It's not like I read them because I was in school or I needed some degrees or what. No, I was knowledge driven. I knew that this constitution depends a lot on knowledge. And if you are less informed, definitely you are going to make inadequate decisions that will result to an inadequate future. So every season of our lives, we have the privilege to make decisions. And every decision that is made can either be sufficient or insufficient, depending on the quality of knowledge and information that one has. If your decisions are quite informed, it will produce a lasting results in the future. But if your decisions are very scanty of information and knowledge, you are going to definitely make decisions, because every day of our lives we are given the privilege to make decisions. And the decisions we make are what create the future. Not God. One can run his decisions from and within biblical principles. One can choose to run his decisions from intellectual acquisitions or information. Whatever way one subscribes information to make decisions would determine the outcome of his future. So the greatest investment you can ever have in your life is to invest yourself with knowledge, because you are the governor of your life. What's your life? Your independence. What's your independence? Your independence is that position that you hold to make decisions. And it's called the power of choice. The power of choice. The power of choice. Every day I sit and there's a decision opportunity before me, I often say, hey, I know this is a future in disguise. Never think that the slightest decision is nothing. Sir, every moment you make a decision, you have determined something that will result in the future. I don't care who you are. Decisions must be made carefully, prayerfully, according to the laws of knowledge, wisdom. Of course, according to the laws of the seven spirits of God. In fact, Jesus said, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do your will. So Jesus did not come in any other volume contrary to that which was written of him. So he timelined his actions. His decisions were predetermined. His ways were predetermined. In other words, our lives are not to be lived carelessly. If you misalign, or if you miss the alignment or the root of God's preordinations for you, you are going to step into chaos, into darkness, into troubles, and you're going to mess up your entire life. Let nobody fool you. Every moment we have is a God's given moment to do two things. If you are not in the moments for decision making, you are in the moments to accumulate and assess knowledge. For instance, if God gives you a period of 5 years of joblessness, or things aren't working that much in your life for a year, or you seem to be in a stagnation, don't sometimes think it's the devil. Okay? Don't often think that it is the devil. There's always a time of wilderness. A wilderness is a place of dryness. There's no water in the wilderness. Wilderness has no ways. It's a dry place. You know what? We learn our best lessons in our wilderness. We increase in the basis of our fortunes in our wilderness. We learn obedience in our wilderness. Are you hearing me? We access information in our wilderness. So when God opens a 1 year of wilderness for you, please, some people might have gone ahead of you and they are flourishing, they are doing very well. That doesn't mean that you are not doing well. God is simply saying, my son, I've brought you into the secret place. Now, here are the volumes of knowledge. Here are the volumes of wisdom. Here are the volumes of understanding. Here are the volumes of depths that I want you to accumulate, because that which is ahead of you needs this wisdom. I remember in the year 2000, listen, I started ministry at the age of 6. I was traveling nations. I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, I was a preacher. I was preaching in churches and glory. The power was so strong. At the age of 10, oh goodness me, I was a dangerous preacher. Ask my parent. Miracles were happening. I'm talking about 1980s. Into 1990s, I was traveling, preaching the word in crusades, miracles. In fact, you will see posters. Come and see the youngest evangelist. People will gather, crusade. I will preaching with power, glory. In 2000, God closed the door. For 10 years, he said, come in. I want to teach you my word. All the doors of ministry closed. And that was where I caught the spirit of revelation. That was where I read. He planted inside me the quest for knowledge. That 10 years is now become a stream that is endless today. Just for that 10 years. Now, in that 10 years, I had friends who went ahead, who were doing ministry. They were flourishing. Today, 90% of those ministries have closed. Unfortunately, they've closed. But when I began my ministry, it now starts from glory to glory to glory. You know why? Because of the depths of knowledge that I've acquired are infinite. I succeeded to break into the depths of the rivers of water. You know why? Because I obeyed the voice of the Lord for that period of wilderness, for that period of closed doors. I did not perceive it as negative. I perceived it as positive. So sometimes God puts us through seasons that we don't like. But these seasons were never meant for your destruction. They were meant for your elevation. They were meant for your increase in information, increase in capacity, increase in intelligence, increase in wisdom, increase in endurance. Because that which God is preparing for you, oh my goodness. I remember God said to Elijah, eat, feed enough, eat a lot, for the journey is far. The journey is long. God said, eat. Take time to feed. The journey is long. So put something in your stomach. Feed. You will need it. For now, you may not know the importance of the food that I've brought before you. But as time goes on, you will need the strength of that food to make wise decisions. Is somebody hearing me right now?
To get this message from the bondservant of Christ, John Anosike, kindly visit our website, www.pastorjohndigitalmedia.com.